This is the future the global elites want you to have.
So in China, for example, if a traffic camera catches you jaywalking in China, the digital ID system has you. It has your blood now. It has your genetic code. It has your photograph. It can identify how you walk. So even if you can't see a face, you can be picked up by Gait. It will convict you of jaywalking and take money out of your bank account with no intermediating judiciary at all, and show a picture of you to the people in the neighborhood so they know that you have jaywalked.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Wakar, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and as you just seen, that was a brief clip of I believe he goes by the name of Jordan Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. You brothers out there and a few sisters have more than likely, come across his content online. He has a lot of great points, that he makes from time to time. He's known for having, if you will, a slightly controversial way of, putting things and expressing things, in this world. But he also goes off in a lot of things also. But in this video, as you just seen, he was going into the social credit score system, that they have operating over there in China. And, me, myself, I've done, many videos in regards to this social credit score system and various other, different brothers, elders, apostles on down, have spoken on it and done videos also. All right. So we've warned you in regards to how this social credit score system in China is going to be something that is going to be rolled out throughout various different points upon the earth. Okay. Because that's part, of the beast system. Okay. And if you will, they're basically trialing it over there, in China. All right. They're actually using it. All right. It's actually enforced over there upon the people. It's draconian, and you hear nothing, but crazy, stories coming from China in regards to this system and how oppressive it is, upon the people over there. Okay. But that's something that they're having to, accustom, themselves to, because there's no other choice. All right. Because if they want to take part in society, if they want to, function on the grid, they have no choice but to be a part of that system. Okay. And it just shows you that this is the same, force, this is the same pressure that they're going to put upon the people, in the Western world, and which they're, starting to do it, in small phases, and they're, turning the heat up, with, policies here and there and, processes, that you have to acclimatize to slowly but surely. Before you know it, you're going to be fully ingrained, in this beast system. All right. And you can see that by surveying, Australia, Canada, they're starting to pass these, draconian, laws. All right. And taking away, your perceived liberty, as I always go into. But as you heard Jordan Peterson going into, he actually mentioned how, part of this system, they have your blood, all right? They have the facial recognition system, which they have that over here in the UK too. And they also, which I didn't notice before, but they also have the ability to identify you, according to your gait, all right? Meaning, the way you walk, all right? Your style of walking can actually be picked up, on these cameras, and through that they can actually identify you. He mentioned that, all right, which I've never heard of that aspect before. So what I done, I looked it up, and I came across this article from apnews.com, and this actually goes back to 2018, November 6, 2018, and it says Chinese Gait recognition tech IDs people by how they walk. Okay, so that is some, pretty heavy, technology that they're using over there, all right, to the point where they can monitor your gait, the way you walk, your style of walking, and they can identify you, according to your gait. And even the scriptures, speak about, a man may be known, by his gait, So even these cameras and this recognition system now has the ability to know a man or to know a woman, according to your gait, all right? So this is some, heavy technology that they're pushing out here, okay? Because they want to know all things, and they want to be able to quantify all things about an individual, all right? And that's that full control that this devil, beginning with Esau, Edom, the rulers of this world, that's that full control, that they want to embody, okay? Because they think of themselves as gods, upon the earth, all right? Even though they are no gods, all right? And it goes into that. Let's get that right quick in Ezekiel 28. Now, this is Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 2. And it says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, which the modern day prince of Tyrus is Esau, Edom, beginning with the wicked elites, the ones that rule the world, in secrecy, all right? The ones that, through their shadow governments are pulling the strings, okay, behind these, puppet presidents. Now it says here, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, all right? I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, all right? So they fashion themselves and they give themselves, these divine, perceivingly, divine abilities upon the earth to crown themselves, as most highs upon the earth, okay? And that's through their deception. That's through, getting the people to believe in them and trust in them instead of trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And that's why they're the wicked that the Bible speaks of, all right? Now it says, and thou hast said, I am God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God. Thou set thine heart as the heart of God, all right? Because they're merely men, all right? They're men, all right, that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai have set up as a nation of people, again, beginning with their elites that was set up to deceive, all right? That was set up to deceive the nations, that was set up, to play, the left-hand side, all right? As I always quote in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. So the power that they have, the influence that they have, the control that they have was actually given to them, all right? It's not something they acquired through their own means, all right? The scriptures tell us that man's goings is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way, all right? He was set up to play the role, that he is playing upon the earth. He had no choice in the matter, all right? He was subject, to what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai made him subject to, okay? So it says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased in riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches, all right? So this great wisdom, all right, was given to them, all right, was planted within their spirit by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in order to bring about his own purpose, all right, which is to ultimately destroy them, all right, in the end, all right? So they're playing into the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and they have no choice in the matter, Okay, and that's the beautiful thing, about, having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, about having this truth, because you understand what's going on, all right? And through the Holy Scriptures, through the understanding that we have, we're able to, as the Scriptures tell us, we're able to rightly divide the words of truth, and we're actually able to understand, what's happening upon the earth and why it's actually happening, all right? Because it's all biblical prophecy, all right? And as the scriptures say, in the book of Revelation, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. So this is a beautiful thing. All right. So they're clearly, their hearts are lifted up. All right. Because of their riches and because of their technology. All right. They're trying to enter into an all-knowing, state. They're trying to be as the Most High. All right. Now, again, it says Chinese Gait recognition. It says tech IDs people by how they walk. All right. And they also have, I believe they call it the Skynet over there. Funny enough, that whole technology that they use in order to monitor the people and keep their, details. All right. I believe they actually call it Skynet. All right. So it says here, Chinese authorities have begun deploying a new surveillance tool, Gait recognition software, that uses people's body shapes and how they walk to identify them, even when their faces are hidden from cameras. All right, so they don't even need to pick up the actual face on the camera, man. All right, they can purely identify you based upon your body shape. All right, and based upon your walk, your style of walking, your gait. All right. Now it says already used by police on the streets of Beijing and Shanghai, Gait recognition in part of a push across China to develop artificial intelligence and data-driven surveillance that is raising concern about how far the technology will go. Well, it's going to go as far as having a digital CHIP in your body. All right, in your arm or in your forehead. That's how far it's going to go. All right. And we've been warning you about this time after time again. All right. And it never gets old. All right. Because this is part of the gospel. All right. This is part of the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is identifying the MOTB. All right. Identifying what Revelation 13 and verse 16 is actually talking about. All right, we have the answer through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we're gonna keep teaching it as long as Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, gives us permission to do so. All right, until he wants this word completely withdrawn from the earth. All right, and that's when that destruction is gonna come. And it says already used by police on the streets of Beijing and Shanghai, Gait recognition is part of a push across China to develop artificial intelligence and data-driven surveillance that is raising concern about how far the technology will go. All right. So this is what it is. All right. This is exactly what it is. It's draconian, as hell. And this is the kind of technology, all right, that is going to be brought, to the Western world. Okay, and this is currently what they're trying to fight against, in places like Australia, in particularly, and Canada. All right, and they will, these things will become a reality over here. It's already happening upon the earth. So what makes you think that it's not going to reach, the shores of America, or it's not going to reach over here in the UK? All right, these social credit score systems are coming, man. All right, full control. Now this is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1, and it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And in the NLT it says, what soul awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. All right, those are going to be unfair laws that are going to be put into place, man, in order to fully, control the people and take away your perceived liberties that you think you have. Okay, so this is what they're going to do. They're going to come with that draconian spirit, and they're going to take away, your rights, man. Okay, and hey, that's why they're bringing up these 15-minute cities, these 10-minute cities. All right, these things are becoming more and more apparent in society. All right, So, as the scriptures say, we are not ignorant, of Satan's devices. We know what the end goal is of these devils, all right? And this is why we're warning you, as pursuing, to the holy scriptures, all right? Because we, Lord willing, are the watchmen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I'll say Shalom.